First, what's going on? Oh, it's early. It's one of those early mornings. Well, today is that auction day, and it's online. And here I am on my way to Frisco to sell books and to meet up with my artists. So I don't know how I'm gonna deal with the auction. I don't plan on buying nothing, but I do plan on at least watching it to see how it goes. Like I said, none of the cars really met my my criteria, as in mileage wise. So right now I gotta go over here to the BART station, the train station, park my car over there, and head down to the bay. It's a lot easier to catch the train than to drive over there, pay for parking, which would be like crazy prices. So it's best just park the car at the BART station or the train station, depending on where you're from. Well, headed towards the train station. Got my books with me. Got my computer bag with me. Go over here and make it happen. haven't sold no books today. However, I'm waiting to see how this auction goes online. I'm trying to figure out if there is a countdown to when the bidding ends, when the auction ends for this particular car. So I don't see a countdown, but the bid had just went from $550 to $675. So I like to wait to the very end of the auction just to see what the price is going to be before I start jumping in. And at the very last 10-15 seconds, I like to hit the button and buy something. That's how I normally do it on eBay. But I was trying to figure out if they had a countdown for this auction here, in which I don't see one. It says that I placed a bid. I didn't place no bid. They say I placed a bid. I don't know how I did that. Everybody hit the button at the wrong time or something. It says I am not the high bidder, so it don't matter, because whatever I place the bid at, I'm not the high bidder. But I like to wait till the very end and see what happens. I guess we just have to wait and see. And now it says I have not placed any bids or offers. So I was mistaken. So I hadn't placed a bid, but it's at $825 right now. And I'm trying to see how high will it go. Well, the price done jumped up to $3,200. With 168,000 miles. Can't see me doing that. 168,000 miles. Unbelievable. That's too many miles on the car. I mess around and find myself broke down somewhere, knowing that I would need to be changing and fixing something on this car. So I'm gonna wait till next week to get a car. Try to get a car. I wanted to bet nobody go higher than 32. For 168,000 miles, I don't think nobody go higher than 3,200. You know what I'm saying? I've been to the auction 4 times. I've gotten 4 cars, and I paid $2,300 for one car, $1,300 for another car, and $1,500 for a car. And they all had less than 100,000 miles on it. So, I don't know. I mean, the car did run good. And for 168,000 miles, I'd rather have a raggedy looking car with low miles than a great looking car with a whole lot of miles. There's too many things you're going to have to change sooner or later. Now, if you're just going to be riding in the city and going from one place to the next, not really doing nothing, that'd be a good car. But if you know you're going to be in the middle of the desert, middle of nowhere, and you ride, and all of a sudden, I don't think so. I think I'm going to get back to selling books. What did I say? That joker sold for $3,200. Look. That is sold. So now I'm willing to bet if I would have put in maybe $1,200, I probably could have won that. But the miles is kind of scaring me. Too many miles, you know what I'm saying? I got to do some driving. I need me a book signing mobile. Something I can get around for a little, at least 40,000 miles without having a major maintenance problem. Oh well. But I'll be ready next week because this is a learning process too. I have to figure out how to get on here, how to find what I'm looking for, how to place my bid. I never did find out if there was so you know what though? The reserve price might be the selling price, right? So if you hit the reserve price, you might be the seller. I mean, you might hit that price they want to sell it at. That's what I think it is. So it ain't like the regular auction I normally go to, where you can, even if you hit the reserve price, the price goes on, right? So the price will go higher. But with this, it looked like if you hit the reserve price, it's sold. Okay. I think I got it. I think I'm on this right here. I'll be ready next week. Damn. Lamb euro. If you had one, try the spicy one. It's really good. Downtown San Francisco. I had to take a little break. Not enough people buying today. It's usually really good around payday. But at least I'll be able to get my artwork today. So I'm waiting on my artists. Get back out there. I need this lamb euro. Well, authors. Today is a slow day. One of those days where you just want to go sit down and sip on some coffee, get on a computer, do any and everything besides sell books. Especially when you deal with people who got the headphones on their ears. You got to get around that. You got to get away from around these people got the headphones in their ears and stuff like that. Can't wait to get my artwork. But every day is not as busy as some other days. But if you can sell books out here, you can sell books anywhere. Okay, I may sound like I'm down and out right now, but hey, I'm ready to sell some books. Damn. Well, authors, today hasn't been too bad. At least it wasn't a bust. I think I sold about 5 books. A lot slower than usual. And plus, it's not around payday. I think I'm going to go ahead and change locations. This is like my 4th location I've changed so far. So, this might be the best one. I don't know why I'm moving, but I am just tired of staying in the same spot. I think I'm going to go ahead and move around a little bit. A lot of times I sell more books just being on the move instead of being in one spot. I'm just walking up and down the street and talking to people about my book. I sell a lot of books that way. A lot of times it's hard to sell a book when you're stationary and people got somewhere to go. They got meetings to go to, they late for their work, they got me trying to jump on a train, on a bus, and then they got the headphones on, and then it's hard to get a hold of them because some of them purposely ignore you because they so used to people trying to get their attention, so they purposely just drown you out with music and they just ignore you. But somehow you got to just get around that if that's what you want to do, if you really want to sell your books. But right, so yeah, it ain't over. See, earlier it was a little cool this morning. I was expecting it to be like weather like now, a little bit warmer, but it was a little cool this morning, so I really wasn't feeling it. And I was just totally uncomfortable because I purposely left behind my little jacket because it was supposed to be around 65 degrees. So once I got here and the fog was still in the air and the temperature was still low, I was like, oh my God, I wasn't really feeling it. But I'm gonna keep at it. I still got about 15 books left. So I think I sold about 10. I think I sold about, maybe, I sold about 5. I gotta do a recount. Because I know I didn't have 30, so I know I should have counted them before I left. But I had somewhere between 20 and 25. But I plan on selling at least another 6 before I leave. But I'll see. I'll keep you in tune. Well, I'm on the move. Go ahead and check out another location. I know you can barely see me, but it's gonna be some shadows in downtown, tall buildings. Today ain't too bad. I made enough to cover to pay for my artist today anyway, so I ain't gotta go to the bank and take no money out. That's a good sign. So if you've never been to San Francisco, if you have never been to San Francisco, this is Market Street. I'm just gonna go and get off my feet for a little while. Rest my feet up a little bit. Here, my first novel. Here. Boom, finally I meet up with my artist. There he goes. Been waiting on this guy. Finally get my artwork. Like I changed my book cover. Let me see what it look like. That'll work. That'll work.
And I've been looking at it, I'm like, why does it look like so gray? I'm realizing because it's with the white background.
White background, make it stand out, huh?
Yeah, it should always makes it look weird. So up against the black background, dude, this thing.
I'm gonna put him on the black background.
Yeah, right. That's what I was
thinking. He's gonna stand out.
All
right. See you guys later.